Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. So today I am making something for my mom. Her birthday's coming up. And yes, I'm using some of this sketch pad paper, and I am going to use some of this ribbon that I dyed with some Tim Holtz Distress alcohol inks. And let's just see, I think I'll make her like a 6x6 little journal. Here, I'll show you what I've started already. This is a packet of 6x6 paper. It's from this right here, Kathy Davis. Hello Sunshine is the name of the paper pack, and it's basically just birthday paper in here. Oh, some of it's facing the wrong way. I'm like, oh my god, they're stuck together. Yeah, so yeah, I just tore out a couple of pages out of this paper pack right here that says happy birthday, it's a celebration, you deserve a celebration, such, you know, things like that. So yeah, I'm just going to make my mom a little tiny 6x6 journal using some of this sketch paper that I picked up at Goodwill for $5.99. It was in a big stack of paper, or sketchbooks I should say, and yeah, there was, like, you know, tons of spiral bound notebooks and paper packs and whatnot in there. I'll put a link for that video right up here for you guys. And I'm going to use all of this stuff to make my mom a little mini journal for her birthday. Alright, so stick around. Let me grab some more supplies and I'll be back in 2 ticks. Okay guys, so let me just show you what I'm working with. Again, I'm using that paper from that sketch pad. I went ahead and just ripped out, I don't know, maybe 15 sheets or so, and then I cut them down with my little guillotine. I removed about 1.5 inches from the spine, so I tore out the spiral bound section, pulled out the paper, ran it through my guillotine, and cut away about 1.5 inches off of there. And then I realized that I could have just torn it out because it's all perforated. So yeah, that was me doing crazy stuff. Anyway, I will still use these. I'll put these in my scrap stash, and maybe later on, maybe next week, I'll make a, what do you call, I'll make a master board with all my scraps, because my scrap pile is getting way too big, but that's for a different day. I went ahead and pulled out some of the pretty paper out of that paper pack and started making the book for my mom. And her birthday is next week, so today's just a little fun day Friday. She won't get this in on time, but I'll put it in the mail as soon as I'm done. So I went ahead and grabbed my 6x6 paper out of the paper pack. It's a 6x6 sheet. I just scored it every page at 5.5 to give myself a little 1/2 inch spine right here. So that's what I've done to all of these. And then I rounded the corners with my large corner rounder setting, which is about 10 millimeters. My fingers have ink and and alcohol inks and all kinds of stuff on it. Okay, so then with those papers that came out of the sketchbook, okay, so let's just say they were in here like so. And there's the 1.5 inches that I removed from the pages, you know, from this side actually. And then I just rotated my paper this way and realized that it would fit perfectly in this book without doing any more cutting than I have to. I just folded over the edge of the pages and left her some more journaling space, or art space, or sketch space, or whatever she wants to use this book for. So yeah, I just folded over all of my pages in here, and here's another stack of 5 pages. So each section has 5 pages. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Then I took it over to my sewing machine and I stitched in the pages on this side right here with a little zigzag stitch. And again, it's just journaling space or writing space or what have you, sketching space, but it all fits inside of the 6x6 paper. So I'm going to take these over to my sewing machine and do the same thing to those. to these right here, and then we'll reassemble everything. I also have here a little card. Now this I got at a thrift store, one of my thrifting hauls, and it just says you're awesome, and I will put either a photo of my family in here for her and, you know, write happy birthday or whatever. And then this is the leftover paper from something else that I made for her, and I'm going to show you guys how to make that as well. So we'll save this for the end, and I'll show you guys that. Yeah, so let me just go ahead and stitch in these pages right here into the journal, and I'm going to head over to my sewing machine, unless you guys want to go with, but it's really nothing to see, so I'll be back in 2 ticks. Alright guys, that was fairly easy. I just did another set of zigzag stitches along these papers inside of each section of the journal. Again, I just picked out some pretty paper out of that paper pack, and I'm using it as I see fit. There's that one. Here's this one. Isn't that pretty though? I mean, so pretty. And here's this one right here, and then here is just a plain sheet I'm going to place there, and I'll place this one on the cover. So to assemble these, I'll move my scoreboard out the way. I don't think I'll need my guillotine right now, so I'll move that out of the way, and here we go. So to assemble these, I am just going to put a bead of glue down the edge right here, and then glue each page together. By having the little half-inch spine allows these pages to move freely throughout the book. So I'm going to use Fabrifix. Yep, this one's ready to go. And I'm just going to put a little bead of glue right down the edge right here. And in some of the heavier decorated spots where there's glitter and whatnot, I'll put just a little bit more glue. So my pages will be assembled like this, and I'll use a little clip to hold it together in certain sections, and I'll flip that over, and then these will also be assembled in here like so. And yeah, I'm just using Fabrifix glue. Let me tell you my experience with Fabrifix. For one, it really does glue just about anything. It does glue paper to paper, paper to fabric, and fabric to fabric. I glued together this morning some curtains. I was making some curtains for my girls. We are doing some renovations throughout the house, and I made some curtains for them, and I didn't feel like stitching in the blackout curtain section of it, so yeah, I just glued it in there and it worked. I wasn't really surprised. I knew it was going to work. I just was like, whoa, Fabrifix to the rescue. So yeah, that really saved me lots of time and agony of trying to stitch straight lines on curtains. So yeah, that worked out really well this morning, so I was happy about that. And yeah, such is life. I'm just going to pull out these clips from the front here, and I will put them back in over the whole thing when we are done gluing in these sections. Okay, so I hope y'all are doing fun and exciting things in your crafting spaces, because it's really that time of year, right? Like, it's a new year, birthdays are coming up, friends you have not given a Christmas gift to, now would be a good time to flip through that calendar. And yes, Gracie's Crafty Closet gave me these really cool calendars, and I am going to go through here because I'm not good at remembering birthdays. I mean, except for people that I live with, or and even sometimes I forget those as well. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through here and start marking off birthdays that are coming up, because making something like this is super simple. It's just like a good way to just give that loved one something that, you know, they probably weren't expecting because you just gave them a Christmas card, or something that you can say, hey, I'm thinking of you. I remembered your birthday is coming up, so here's a little something that I made. I mean, who doesn't like something that's made? You gotta be some kind of crazy person not to like something that's made. So anyway, I'm gonna start putting in dates of my friends and family into that calendar. So thank you again, Gracie's Crafty Closet. That was some unexpected happy mail that I received just the other day and opened it for you guys, I think yesterday. All right, so here's my book. It's drying. My pages are all in here, except this one's facing the wrong way. So what I'm gonna do to remedy that, I'm gonna put a little pocket. I was going to put a pocket anyway, but I wanted it on this side because there really wasn't much going on this side. Let me see if it's not too late. I mean, it could be too late. I'd have to do two. Oh, don't rip. Whew. Saved it. Okay, so let's see if I can also remove this without ripping. Fabrifix is great for this purpose. Like, it's a soft silicone glue that takes a little while to dry. So I love that about it. You make a mistake, you still have time to fix it. But yeah, I did want to put a pocket on this side of the card with that, I mean of the book, with this little card in it. So I'm just gonna flip it around. All is not lost. Make sure your paper, if it has a direction, it's facing the right way. And yeah, I'm just gonna go back in with some more Fabrifix glue. So yeah, Fabrifix is a silicone glue. It does glue paper to paper, paper to fabric, and fabric to fabric. And if you catch it in time, it's also removable. So that was a good save. I'm glad I'm glad I caught that. Anyway, clip these back together while it is drying. And fine. So here's my, this is not a 6x6. You're probably wondering, so what the heck happened to the rest of your paper, Nicole? So I had a 6x6 sheet of paper and I decided to make a little pen. So I was going through a stash of old school supplies from my son's days in elementary and middle school and whatnot, and found all these pens. Like, these are like pens from conferences that I've been to. Yeah. These are just old pens from conferences, and this is a Papermate pen. So this can be done with these types of pens if you have these cheapo Papermates laying around, or if you have some old conference pens that you don't no longer need. These are actually the best kind to use because it's like that, right? It's like a little tiny pen. And I did test this one to make sure that it writes before assembling it. So there, it does, it works. So some of these older ones I'll probably have to, you know, scribble to get them to go, but I'm just going to show you guys how I made this little pen to go into my project. Oh, it finally worked. Okay, so here I'm just going to take one of these. You can use these, but you can't separate this section from this section, right? Because once you pull it out, there's ink just spewing everywhere. The tip is not connected to the plastic that's holding in the ink. Now you can probably try to remove that tip and then insert it into the plastic hose that's holding the ink, but I don't feel like getting inky, so I'm skipping that part. I'm going to use these that were from a conference, and they're fully assembled pens. I'm just going to show you guys how I made this little cute little pen right here. I took a 6x6 sheet of paper. Let's try this one. And here's my guillotine, and I just cut away Let's do, I think it was 1 inch. Yeah, I cut away 1 inch off of this 6x6. Okay, so there's one side of the of the pen, and then I cut away another inch right here, and so there's the back side of the pen. All right, simple. It's so simple. And of course, I used Fabrifix glue. I just placed my pen right here in the center of the paper. Oh, first I have to cut the little triangles that makes it a pen. So I just took my, this is my card that I use to make tags. If I can find it. It was right here on my desk. Yikes, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is my little tag maker. So I use this right here, and I cut away the little triangles off the sides. You can do this if you have a tag punch, or I don't know, but I use these are just old gift cards that makes tags for me. And then I place my little pen right in there, the little pen filler right in the center, and then I Fabrifixed it, because Fabrifix glues everything, paper to paper, paper to fabric, fabric to fabric, and plastic even, and wood. So my Fabrifix goes a long way. I use it on my wood blocks, on you know, my index card Scrabble pieces, you know, for that challenge. And yeah, I use Fabrifix a lot. So here we go. I'm just gluing Fabrifix across both sides of the pen, holding it in place. And I will then take the other side of the cardstock that we cut, and I'm going to place it right on top of the previous. I'm just lining it up, and if you notice, I didn't glue the bottom section of this, because that's where you insert your little tassel or whatever you'd like sticking out of the back here, and I just put from a ribbon spool. So here's my spool of ribbon. It says live, laugh, love, and I just chopped it up with some additional ribbon pieces and placed it all in there. So again, I left the back side of this little pen section right here undone, unstuck, I should say. So yeah, you just line everything up nice and even. You can then pick it all up, straighten everything up, grab some little clips. Now this is not the most ergonomically comfortable pen to use, but it's not uncomfortable, okay? I can tell you that much. I've written with it, and it's you know, again, it's not uncomfortable. It does have like a little edge right here, so you can write comfortably, like here I'll write I love you. You know, it does write, so I can write the word mom. Yeah, it writes. So that's just a little bonus feature that's going into this project, and you guys can totally give this a try because it does work. So if you have a bunch of pens laying around that you don't need, or you know, stuff that you pick up when you travel. I know sometimes I grab a pen out of almost every hotel room that I've ever stayed at. Not because I need it, but you know, at the moment I may have needed it, but not like I need it down the road or anything. It's just that at that moment I needed a pen, and it ends up going in my purse. So yeah, and I've stayed at several like conferences. I can't tell you how much travel I've done. You know, different conferences everywhere. But you do want to get glue all the way down across the pen to the bottom, to the end of the pen itself, the little ink section. And then right here, you leave your little bottom section unstuck, and you can put in your tassel or whatever that you make to go in there. Okay, so again, yeah, I just used some ribbon to close up this section of the pen. It's just some lace ribbon, some crochet ribbon, this is some sari silk, and one that has some writing on it that says live, laugh, love. And this is going to go directly into the pocket that we're making to match the end of the paper. All right, I mean, guys, come on, so simple. All right, so here's my little pocket. I will cut across here just to make sure my card sticks out far enough. I will use my little pen and put a little mark right on here. Okay, so that this way there's plenty of room in the pocket for tucking things in, as well as you know, enough space that you know that there's something in there. So here, I'll just chop this off right at, it looks like 3 3/3. I've got glue stuck all over me. Okay, so 3 3/4, that's a fairly big pocket right there. And let's see, I want to put a thumb notch in it. I'm gonna put a fancy thumb notch. I'm using my oversized scalloped oval. This is an oval. So I'm using the oversized hole punch to make a scalloped edge, and I'm just centering it right there. And I'll ink it just a little bit. Let's see, it's going on a pink page. I'll ink it with green. Let's do shabby shutters on this one, just to show a little bit of distinction. Oh, that's so sweet. And I'll ink all the way around the whole thing. Alrighty, we're wrapping this up. This is a fairly quick process. Oh yeah, that looks sweet. Okay, I'm gonna remove my little clips, and I'll put them on this pen to hold this down. And see how easily that pocket, I mean this page just flips right over because of this. See that? It just flips. I mean, it works. All right, I'm gonna use Fabrifix. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Fabrifix. I wanted to use something that'll dry quickly. Let's use some art glitter. That's tacky. Yeah, let's use some art glitter glue. And yay. And glue this down on 3 sides and then put it in the book. I'm happy that my art glitter is ready to go and it's cooperating. Most days it does not, depending on the weather. And I'm also testing out some other glues. So hang on, let me just let this get a little bit tacky and in place. And I want to make sure that there's enough room for my card. Ooh, it's going to be close. So a thin bead of glue is my best bet. I'm going to place this right here in the center. And I always start in the lower left corner just to get everything nice and straight and even. And I prefer my glue to squeeze outwards on both sides than to squeeze in because it's tight. It's going to be close. I need my card in an envelope to fit down into this pocket. So we'll see. It may be a little close. We'll see. Anyway, that looks sweet. I like that. I like that a lot. And then I'll do some more embellishments along the way before sending this off. Also, you can put your pen in there. So Yeah, that can also go, if I can get it to open, that can also go down into the pocket as well. All right, guys, I mean, this was a nice, quick little video of fun things that you can do with some 6x6 paper. And you can make your own pen. And this is going to go really well in a gift to my mom for her birthday. I hope you guys have a crafty day. Stay naturally curious. Don't forget to check out my links down below. Thank you so much for all of you who subscribe to the channel, Chronicles of a Crafter. And, you know, hit the bell for notification after you've done so. Don't forget to also like and share these videos with your friends and family, you know, just to spread the word of crafting. It's so much fun. So I'll definitely talk to you guys in the next video. Again, guys, stay naturally curious. Bye. Oh, wait, guys, I forgot to tell you. So these little guys right here are going to be little tabs that go on each section inside of my junk journal for my mom. So they're still wet, and that's why I haven't assembled them in there. But yeah, they'll just be, I lost the green one. It must have fell. This will just be like a little rainbow tabs that I'm gonna put along the edges here, and they'll just be cascading little tabs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. All right, guys, talk to y'all later. Bye.